Hi, here's BK42. I want to help you finding the right e-bike for yourself. But I'm not going to make it alone, don't worry. I will have a couple of e-bike experts helping me. My first guest is Johnny Nerdaut. He's well known for transforming stock bikes on amazing e-bikes. Hey man, before we start, thanks for the support. For those who don't know you yet, can you please introduce yourself and your channel?
Hey man, thanks for having me on your channel. It's great to be here. Love things all e-bikes. So for people that don't know me, I go by the name Johnny Nerdaut. It started as just like a way for me to just nerd out on all things. But lately, for the last few years, I've just been nerding out on e-bikes. They've consumed me. I really do think that they are the future. They're gonna save the planet. They're gonna save people's lives. I'm obsessed. I'm an e-bike conversion specialist, mechanic, I don't know how you want to name it, but I take bikes and I convert them into e-bikes. So I take good bikes and I turn them into awesome e-bikes. It's the way to go for me personally. So that's what I do. That's what I am.
Okay, so let's get it started. What's your favorite e-bike style?
Oh man, whichever one I'm riding. Honestly, I feel like there's no one style. That's a problem with converting people's bikes is they'll bring me some cool bikes and then I'm like, I need to have this bike. I need to have a giant ass garage. And I don't know. I feel like my heart goes towards hardtail mountain bikes because I feel like you could do anything with them. You could go hit up a trail. You could use them as a commuter. I also love just like kind of chopper styles, like cruiser bikes. Remember I had a Kona Joe that kind of got me into that, and there's something about just like riding around on a super comfortable bike that looks unusual that, you know, people are like, what the hell is that guy doing? There's something about it that it's cool.
What's more important to you, motor or battery?
Motor or battery? Depends on what I'm doing. I'd probably say motor though. For me, you know, the motor is the heart of everything. The battery is kind of just the fuel for it. So I guess for me it'd be the motor. And there's no perfect motor out there just yet. There's a lot of people working on motors that are getting better and better. There's a lot of promise with a lot of these motors that are coming out, which is awesome. I feel like we haven't even hit the tip yet of what's possible with motors until people start getting on board and people start throwing gobs of money at it. Right now we're just kind of stuck with what we have right now. There's only like, you know, 5 major players with motors. So as soon as we get like 30 options, like how car manufacturers are, where you get 60 options, that's when it's like, okay, you get your choices. But right now we're just not there. So I would say motor. Motor is more important to me.
What's your take on cheap e-bikes?
Good question. All e-bikes are good e-bikes. I'm a very value-oriented guy, so I don't like the word cheap. I think that inexpensive is a good way to go. I think value is what I go for. It's like, what are you getting for your dollar? Like that's what I think of. And I don't like spending $5,000-$6,000 on an e-bike because I know that I could build one. I just built one this weekend for all in, it was like $800 with a full suspension mountain bike, a motor and a battery, a mid-drive motor. And this thing is gonna be a beast for like barely over $800. So for me, that's cheap, but it's also amazing value. I found a used bike on Craigslist and I got a tiny battery on it, but man, for me, that's cheap. I just don't like people getting ripped off on cheap e-bikes. When I see things on Amazon and I see things for like, oh, I could buy a bike for $600, and I'm like, man, you're buying, that motor is just a boat anchor. You're wasting your money on it. The battery is, maybe somebody cobbled it together and like, that's just dangerous. And the bike's gonna suck. It's gonna be a rust bucket. You're gonna feel like it's just not gonna handle. So that, I don't like people wasting on that. It's just a waste of money. So you can tell I'm a little passionate.
And the last question, well, not exactly a question, but what is your advice for new e-bike buyers?
Man, just do your research, honestly. get different opinions. I know a lot of people are like, well, that's just your opinion. Like because I'm obviously a mid-drive snob because I just really like performance. I like value. I like all that stuff. Just ride a few bikes. Ride a hub-powered motor. Ride a mid-drive motor. Ride a pre-made bike, and ride a bike that somebody made themselves. And just get the feel for it. You got to be like, was it Goldilocks, where she tried all the different things, like this bed's too, I forget, I'm terrible with analogies, but try them all out, because you're probably going to be making a sizable investment, and you don't want your first one to have a bad experience. You don't want to ride one and be like, man, that one sucked, it didn't have any power, it didn't have any range, it didn't feel good, it wasn't comfortable, because you just didn't have the right one. If you find the right one, it'll change your life, and you'll be like, whoa. So try it, find the one that makes you go whoa, and then boom, do what you got to do to get that bike. But if it doesn't make you go whoa, gotta say no. There you go. That'd be a new t-shirt.
Oh, that's a cool shirt, man. Very nice. I will buy it. Great idea. Make it and I will buy it. Johnny, once again, thank you so much for collaborating with my humble channel.
Man, take it easy. Thanks for reaching out to me.
And guys, don't forget to subscribe to Johnny's Nerd Out channel. The link will be in the description below. I will be posting new videos with other e-bike experts soon. So stay tuned and don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Comment, like and subscribe. Cheers!